What's up, guys? Today is a little different. We are heading out to meet up with one of our dear friends, Brett. Bullet Brett, aka Mr. Art-illery himself. You may know Brett from amazing builds that we've showcased on the channel. Amazing Cerakote job, amazing lasering. But guys, today I want to introduce you to the side of Brett that you may not get to see. And yes, we are still in No Shave November and we are doing it well. But today I want to introduce you to the side of Brett that you may not get to see that often. Today we are introducing you to the side of Brett that is internationally known. That's right, guys. Brett is a record-holding clay shooter. And today, we get to shoot with him. Let's go. Oh, snap. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to you wherever you are on the planet. It's your man's Gamage, and I am back. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for rocking with your boy. Please make sure before we get into anything to like, drop a comment already. Matter of fact, drop your comment on No Shave November. Are you participating? Are you not participating? Because your boy is in there. Your boy is in there, huh? Drop a comment and subscribe. Share it out to your friends and family and loved ones who need to know about what we on today. Because guys, what we are on today, there's a biker out here. And I don't be like riding next to bikers. You see him over there? Sometimes they get erratic. And then they look at me like I'm the problem. When, no, you should be riding in that little square lane on the side right there. Not out here in the open with me. Anyway, guys, let's get to the fields. I got to tell y'all this. So I heard this, and I don't even know if it's true. But I'm going to shoot for it today, right? It is said that in facing Brett in clay shooting, decorated artist, man, Florida state champion. Like this guy has freaking plaques and trophies and belts for clay shooting. If you get close to him, 20 points close. I mean, I might need a handicap. Give me 35 points close. If I'm within 35 points, then you get to earn something from Brett. I don't know. I'm gunning for a shirt, right? Polo. I already got a brim, but I'm gunning for a polo today. If you see me leave the range with a polo, I'll take the one off his back. I sure will. Let me get within 20 points, and I'm taking the one off his back. It's probably a little smaller than me. I think I'm an extra large. Brett is probably a large. But either way, I want it because it's a trophy. Huh? Whoa. What's happening out here? But guys, here's something that I want to know. What are you running? What is your shotgun of choice when it comes down to clay shooting, trap shooting, skeet shooting, whatever your forte is? What's your shotgun of choice? Do you have a preference? Semi-automatic, pump, over, under? Like what's your preference when it comes down to clay shooting? My shotgun of choice is the Beretta A300. That is my go-to baby. I love it. Somewhat built with the same components of a Benelli, somewhere in there, you know what I'm saying? Here's what I do know. Fusion Firearms has a particular over-under shotgun, because when I went out with Dalton last time, he had an over-under. I don't remember if he beat me. I don't think he did. I'm pretty sure I won. Nonetheless, I believe Brett has an over-under as well. And so I only think it's right in my maturation, of shotgunning, my growth, ladies and gentlemen, of being in the shotgun community. I only think it's right that I graduate to an over-under. And Fusion Firearms has one. It's called, I think the Silver Tip is the name of it. It's in their Liberty series. I think that might be my next go-to thing. I got one more can to get. I do want to get the Layer X Straight 9 can from Layer X. If you haven't heard of them, stay on the lookout. They're amazing freaking. That's what I want. That's my next objective. So I'm stacking to get that. After I get that, I'm gonna stack again, and I want the freaking Silver Tip. I think that's what it's called. I want the Silver Tip over under shotgun from Fusion. But guys, enough of all this. I've done a good job of setting this thing up. Let's get out here and get this shirt from Brett. Let's go.
It's set all the way back like this because this is handicap, right? So they'll have different measurements marked off. Like you can see the lines right here.
Yep.
So depending on what handicap you want to shoot, you'll work your way back. But the way that it works is each one of these lanes is a station, right? So you got 5 stations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You start on 1, you'll hit 5 rounds at each station for a total of 25. But they're all going to come out of that house, and they're all going to come out on a pretty static path between left and right, maybe at a different trajectory just from the way that it gets thrown.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's the round. So shooter 1 will call pull, he'll shoot, and then 2, 3, 4, 5 back to 1. Once you've shot 5, you'll rotate stations.
Now, what's the difference in the station? Is it just the angle that you're hitting it?
Kinda. So like I'm weak at crosses hard left to hard right. So I have the hardest time in station 5 because that's where you're going to get the hardest right shots if it plays out that way.
Got it.
But for the most part, you just line up on a portion of the house that's kind of segmented in the position that you're in, call pull, and then chase it.
Now, do you know ahead of time, like on the bays, you'll see on the thing where
it's
it
erratic.
Says,
so there's a limited scope of where it can be, but you don't know what it's going to look like till it's thrown.
Got it. And each one of you will get that same shot?
Nope. So that the turret that's in there is just doing this the whole time. And then when you call pull, it'll send it. So it should theoretically be on a very similar plane, but based on how it catches air, it's going to change.
Right. So if I'm shooter 2, shooter 1, when he yells pull, when I'm shooter 2, I'm not getting that same.
No.
Got it.
It's going to be randomized every time.
Got it. Wow. And that's trap shooting.
Yep. Missing is fatal. So when you're shooting in a tournament, like a state tournament or something, like you have to run like 3 to 5 to 600 clays straight if you want to win. It's a beautiful day for it too. So.
It is.
So you'll notice as you start to go, the way they fly will show you more or less of the clay.
Yep.
The flatter plane it's on, the harder it's going to be to hit because you have a sliver instead of a wall.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Pull. Pull. Good start. So, if you want tips, I'll give you tips. If you don't want tips, I'll let you Wild West it.
I'm gonna Wild West it first, and then. But that's not to say that I don't want the tips.
Absolutely. It's more of like my setup on how like I pre-station. You know what I mean? like what I'm looking at when I set up on each target.
Now, I do want that.
Okay, so
I want that.
let's run one and then we can do that on the next one.
Okay. Pull.
Ooh, you might have hit that.
Nah, I didn't. Pull.
Attaboy, powdered that one.
All right. We're down one, guys. We're down freaking one. It's all right. We can still get these points. Or what are you looking at? What are you leading?
All right, so I try to make my setup the same every time, and a lot of where my weight is positioned is based on how I feel like that clay is going to fly. I don't want a clay that's going to fly hard right and be lined up hard left. You know what I mean? Because then I have to work extra hard to get there.
Okay.
So I try to make sure that my stance is suitable for wherever that round is going to go. If you're shooting doubles and shit, just try to put yourself in the middle somewhere that can maybe get both.
Okay.
If it's possible. When I line up, I come up high to get a good sight picture down my rib and on my dot, and then I'll come down in the locked in position where I am and set up where I think is going to be a good point to intersect the clay as it crosses.
So you're not setting up in a position to follow it. You're setting up in a position to where you want it to intersect.
Nope, the opposite. So kind of a little bit of both. So I'm going to set up in front of the station so that when it crosses, I chase.
Okay.
I don't want to set up where I know it's going to be and try to like bang it as it goes by, because you're going to miss behind 9 times out of 10. Got it.
Got it.
So I want to chase it, and as soon as I clear the clay, I fire. Now the trick with shotguns is you got to know how your shotgun patterns based on how you hold it. So if you pull your shotgun up and you're on how you want to lock in on seeing your bead, and you have a piece of paper with a little circle out there, and you fire 3 rounds, you'll see that your pattern is either a little high, dead on, or a little low, based on the angle of your comb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So from then you know, okay, well, when I cross this clay, I have to cover it, or I have to have the clay above my bead, or the other way is below, which is tough, but sometimes happens with an over and under when you're shooting your bottom barrel.
Wow. Bro, I'm going to tell you off rip why this is beyond doping in the mug already. Because for me, in pistol, all of what you're saying makes so much sense in pistol side. I would have never thought of that on the shotgun side. But
because you're getting a pattern, but that pattern is still grouping in a certain way, and each gun is going to like different ammo. Right. You know what I mean? So whether you're shooting 7.5, 8, 8.5, or certain brands, your gun will like one more than the other, just like pistols too. So you pattern it a few times when you first get it, or when you sit into a clay gun to be like, okay, I shoot a little high on this one, and the pattern's like 7 better than 8. So then you just run with that. See, so like I always set up as far forward as I can. I find myself leaning against this a lot, just to give myself like an extra balance point. But however you're comfortable at the end of the day.
Now, this part right here, what you're doing, if you'll explain that part to me. So you say you always come up in the same way.
So I've done that since trap shooting. I don't know if that's just how I carried it over. It's because of what I'm used to. But like I'll line up somewhere like this.
So you get your bead.
And I get a real flat plane. So I get comfortable, and then I come to where I'm going to start. So like for this, it's going to come out of A. I'm guessing it's going to come somewhere into this direction. So I'm going to line up just off of this wood, like kind of aiming at that tree. And then taking it from there. Some people will go from like rest or low ready, but I find that makes you're still looking for this.
Gotcha.
Whereas at least if I start like this, I know where I'm going to be. So I might have to bring my head back to it, but I'm locked here.
I love that, bro.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Pull.
Beautiful.
Pull.
Beautiful.
So C is going to be the deep one. Pull. Pull. Oh, goodness. Woo!
That bounced.
You ain't getting away from me, buddy, but nice try.
That sucker there got out there quick.
I did not see that coming. That one's going to be super hard.
All right.
So A is going to be kind of easy, but it's going to be a hard cross left to right. So remember, like I said, don't let all your weight be going this way, because your shot's going to be that way. So make sure that you're open, like your weight balance is somewhere prepared for a shot near the middle. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Pull.
Atta boy. B's coming from the right.
Pull.
Atta boy. Nice job. Now, sometimes these ones like C are a little bit misleading because you get complacent because they look so easy. Just make sure that your follow through is static. You know what I mean? Like consistent.
Pull. Oh, damage.
If there's rounds in the gun, we're live. If we're not live, there's no rounds in the gun.
Again, a thing in pistol that should carry over.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, D is coming straight. Ooh.
This one's
That's
very
that quickie.
snappy. So my advice for this one would be, rather than starting here and chasing that whippersnapper, start somewhere here
and catch
then chase it, because it's going to come so fast out of that corner that by the time you catch up to it, it's going to be in the trees.
Yes, sir. Pull.
Woo! Got it.
Let's go, boy.
Atta boy. But you're doing pretty good. You only missed 2 so far, I think, right?
I only missed 2. Well, I mean, unless we're counting. Nah. Okay. That broke one.
This ain't golf. Even if it was, we can foot wedge.
It's a mulligan. Rabbit.
Oh, don't forget, you want to try to take it probably like in the...
My roots get down, come into it. Pull. Pull. Shoot.
So all of these.
Pull. Pull.
Just behind it, both times.
Gamage. What the freak are you doing, boy?
Well, at some point I'm going to keep watching, but I think you may think that you had it right the first time, but I do believe that you're shooting a little bit high.
Okay.
So you're going to want to try to get not necessarily visibly under it, but you need to see the clay above your bead.
Got it. Got it.
All right. Pull. Oh boy.
Nice.
Pull.
Pull. Freaking safety damage. Come on.
Did
guy.
you see your trigger pull though? Did you feel that?
I felt me.
Yeah.
God dang it. And that was because I stopped instead of
Yep.
going
Well,
on
and
into
plus
it.
you're still yanking the trigger.
Yep.
Whereas you get same principles as pistol.
Oh, I hope I got that on camera. Should have read it. I mean, god dang it. Pull.
Oh boy.
D. Pull.
Nice. That was close as hell.
Hey, so we're back from the outing out with our brother Bullet Brett, and guys, I had a blast. Not only did I have a blast literally, but I also learned so freaking much just shooting with Brett. I told you guys before, I didn't know much about trap shooting, or I didn't know the difference between like trap shooting, skeet shooting, and clay shooting. Like I kind of all blended them all together, but I had a absolute blast with my brother Brett, and you might can tell that you see me in a different attire. I've taken a shower already. And I could not put on this without taking a shower. Guys, we freaking did it, baby. We came out with, let's just say, Brett gave us 75%. You know, he actually said we could fudge it up to about 90%. But I'm going to be honest and say we were at about a 75% hit rate today. Oh! Oh! Nice.
Once you snap to it, it's almost like you went 80 and then 20. Got it.
Maybe that's a better way for me to describe it. So I still take that initial snap to catch up to the clay. Once I've caught the clay, I mirror it, find its speed, and then pop in front of it.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? So like quick snap to the clay, match its speed, engage.
Got it. Like pistol shooting, I'll tell a person, especially with like EDC work, you want to explode to your draw, like get there fast, so that way everything else, now you have the time to actually get there, control. But it's crazy than a mug how I wouldn't apply any of it.
Adapting concepts you already understand in a little bit different of a capacity to still make you successful at a different discipline.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So like your good mechanics and your understanding of trigger pulls and alignments are putting you in a position where you can be successful. With a little bit of practice, you'll be really good.
I like that, guys. If the recorder is on, Brett said that, I'll be really good. Pull.
Got it.
I'm ecstatic for that. Now, this did let me know for a fact I need a freaking over-under. Bro, I learned so much today. I want to go back to this part real quick. I did not know. Hats off to freaking Brett. An amazing shooter. An amazing guy. I give props where props is due. And my dog showed out today. Like I had never gone out with him, but that goddamn boy can shoot. Listen to me. As long as I've been teaching pistol mechanics, it didn't even dawn on me. Now, they're not one for one. Like shotgun mechanics and pistol mechanics are not one for one. I'm not going to even like make that comparison. But what I thought is that I would be far more, let's say, in tune to the nuances of shooting shotgun. Now, I've shot shotgun for a long time. Long time. I've shot shotgun longer than I've shot pistols. Here's the crazy thing. The information that I teach with pistol, here's one simple one. If for an individual shooting iron sights, when you're basically fundamentally learning, rear sight, you look through the window, you pick up the front sight, you look through that window, you pick up that front sight, equal height, equal light, bam, you're good to go. Tell me why we make this picture. If you are looking through the rear sight, or at least think you're looking through the rear sight, and you see your front sight up like this right here, then that means your gun is angled up. Guys, tell me why I discover that this entire time I've been shooting clays and shooting shotgun, I've been angling my gun higher. How did I know this? Brett on the outside called me out on it. I'm angling my gun. Each time he kept saying, bro, your shots are a little high. Your shots are a little high. If your shots are a little high on this Beretta, now night before I tried to change out the bead, I jacked that up. So I was thinking it was the bead on the front. Not really. When I'm looking down my shotgun, I see the entire hood of my shotgun. Brett's like, no, bro, like if you're doing that, then think about it. You see the bead, but you also see the hood. You're not looking through your sights. And there are no sights, but he's painting the picture in terminology that I can understand. And I appreciate that so freaking much. I learned so much today, guys, but here's the thing. It's not about me. It's not about me. It's about Art-illery. And it's also about No Shave November. we're coming down to the wire of No Shave November, and my wife is ready for this to be gone, especially this mustache. Goddamn state trooper. Well, I work for the Canadian Musket League or something. I don't know, but I hate it. I hate licking my lips and touching hair. Like it, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Here's what I'm saying, guys. No Shave November. If you're not participating, it's not too late. Jump in right now. All of the resources that you would use to go toward grooming and that type of thing, donate it towards cancer research of any type. You find an agency, you look online, find someone that's reputable, that is actually fighting the good fight of cancer research, and let's win this together. Guys, I love you so much. Thank you for tapping in with us, following us over here on the new page, Gamage Dos. Do not forget, go over and follow the main page, Got Gamage. Just search Got Gamage. Follow both of them. Make sure you're following both of them. We have 19 more days left on the strike that we had. Some of you may notice, who've been around the channel for a while, you may notice that we deleted all of the previous content that was on. All of the Under the Hood series, all of the 50 and 5, majority of the 50 and 5 series. We went through and deleted all of them. Tabletop reviews, mail calls, all of that. Why? Our goal is to get in compliance with YouTube guidelines. I can't keep calling them out on the carpet for what they're doing to us, and the whole time me knowing rules and me, I wouldn't say knowingly violating them, at the same time me bucking the carjack and just doing what I want to do, which I do that a lot because I don't give a rip. You see what I'm saying? But I do want to be present, so I need to give a rip. You see what I'm saying? I need to focus, all right? We're not doing any of that anymore, and so I have to remove all of that. I was not going to take the time to look at those videos to see where I mention a website or where I mention price. I wasn't doing that, and so move it all, like remove it. So we removed it, and oddly enough, 48 hours after removing it, we got a violation for a video that wasn't even online anymore, which lets me know they do these things and then randomly send them out. So again, I'm trying to comply. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a respectable guy and put my hands in my pocket. But guys, I love you. You already know the drill. Never compare, never complain, and never compete. Why? Because you are the solution. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow the main page, Got Gamage, and make sure you follow us here at Gamage Dos. Guys, we love you. Deuces.